Hey, welcome Keller Williams. Welcome to KW Cares Day, celebrating 20 years of service to our KW family. You know, if my buddy John Prescott was hosting this, he would say it's 2 o'clock Central Time. And we had an appointment at 2 o'clock Central Time. So let's start. But I know there's a lot of realtors on here. So we're going to wait just a couple minutes before we really get into it. So while we're doing that, we got the chat open. Here's what I want you to do. Throw in where you're from and maybe how many people you know that have received something from KW Cares through the years. And let's see who's got the biggest number. I know I can't even put my number in there because I can't count that high. So who do we got? And there we go. And so it starts. Welcome, Bluebell. I don't know where that is. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 7. Michael, that's a big number. That's a lot of lives that have been impacted by what we're able to do here. Shocking, a lot of people from Texas showing up. Like that never happens on a Keller Williams event. All the smiley face. Thank you, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. So glad you guys are logging on. See a lot of leadership coming on. I see a lot of agents coming on. I think I just saw my buddy Mike Brody. Did I really see that? That's awesome. All right, cool. Hey, I think it's time, we respect everybody's time. Let's get this party started a little bit. First off, my name's Kent Temple. I'm in the Charlotte, Lake Norman area of North Carolina. I've got a lot of roles at Keller Williams. Far and away, I'm most proud that I'm a board member for KW Cares. Of everything I get to do, to me, that's the most important. And I've just seen KW Cares affect so many people through either grants or disaster relief. I have to say, though, probably my proudest moment, I was a brand new OP, operating partner for a market center. And when I got to walk down a hallway and walk into an agent's office and tell them that their grant had been accepted, when I did that for the very first time, that's a memory that I'll just never, ever forget, because I knew that I was changing somebody's life. And so we're just here to celebrate 20 years of being able to do that. It's our 20th anniversary, our second annual KW Cares Day. We got a big goal today. $270,000 is what we're looking to raise. And just remember, when we talk about raising funds, this is all to help our family members through natural disasters and financial grants. So there we go. There it is. 77-4. That's a great poker hand. So 77444. I know it's not going to stay there long. If you want to make a donation, you've probably got an email that's got it on there, but also in the chat. We're going to keep a link in the chat up there that you'll be able to go to and make donations as we go. So like I said, we're celebrating 20 years of impact. In 20 years, we've been able to award over $60 million in grant assistance. And I know 60 million sounds like a big number, but it could be more. And it could be more if we just had more people that needed it. And fortunately, that's been the need so far. But it's just one of those things that we don't ever want to have to say no because it's not there. In that 20 years, 6,284 grants. And on top of the 60 million, we have tithed to other partner nonprofits over 6.3 million. Okay. So again, our goal today, 270,000. And just as a little incentive, here's what we got. If you will donate $100 or more today, you're going to receive a limited edition KW Cares 20th anniversary shirt. If you donate over $500, we'll actually send you a shirt that Mark King did not already try on. Now, the reason I said that is because Mark King told me if I could work his name into today's presentation, he would donate $1,000. So Mark, you're on the hook for that. So let's get started. Guys, it is my honor to get to introduce two people that really make all this happen for all of us. Our CEO, Lexi Rodriguez, and our Vice President of Development, Mindy Grubb.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining our 20th year anniversary celebration. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're excited to be here today with you. We have some important information we want to share with you. With your support, KW Cares has made a huge impact on our KW family over the last 2 decades. And we'd like to share with you an important page out of our annual report and share with you the milestones that we accomplished last year. So we'll start with the first one. We're really, really proud that we were able to award more grants last year than ever before. We awarded more than $6.4 million in grants and assistance, and that was really exciting. We also earned the highest seal of approval with Charity Navigator and Candid. And essentially what that means is that we are committed to total transparency in our financial and operational efforts. And less than 1% of all nonprofits in the United States earn that distinguished status. So very excited to share that.
Yes, and then number 3, we're really excited that this past year we launched the grant application system online. So it's easier now than ever. It has a checklist that walks you through the entire grant application.
We also provided more than $3.6 million in relief efforts to our family in Florida, our Keller Williams family in Florida, due to Hurricane Ian. And this, by doing that, we had to take out money out of our reserves last year, about $2.2 million. So that makes this fundraiser and our other fundraiser this year really important. We're trying to replenish those reserves whenever we can. So any support you're able to provide today is great.
Yes, and speaking of our other fundraiser, Multiply Your Business, huge successful fundraiser that we do in the fall. Last year we almost made it to 300,000, but not quite. So mark your calendars for this year on October 19th. Mike Dooley and about 20 speakers will all come together to multiply your business.
That's right. We also launched the Reserve Investment Fund Committee, which basically is an endowment. And launching an endowment, it's a huge milestone for KW Cares because essentially what that's going to do is help ensure our financial stability for decades to come. And finally, one of the other big milestones we achieved is that we partnered with Charities Aid Foundation of Canada. So for the first time ever, our Keller Williams associates in Canada can support KW Cares and receive a tax benefit for their donations. We also wanted to share that we are very proud that we continue to tithe to 3 other nonprofit organizations, like Kent mentioned just a few minutes ago. In the last 20 years, we provided more than $6 million to these 3 organizations, and they are MD Anderson, Homes for Our Troops, and Ryan's Well out of Canada. So
awesome. Well, I'm excited.
Yes, same. And we'd like to kick off the next part of our celebration by introducing a short video from our KW Cares team and associates. Thanks, everyone. Hi, my name is Lexi Rodriguez, and I'm the CEO of KW Cares. I have the best job in the world. I get to get up every day and know I'm making a difference in someone's life when they need it the most. My team and I are very proud to serve our mission to the fullest, and we look forward to another 20 years and more.
Hi, my name is Adam Hughes. I'm the Disaster Relief Manager for KW Cares. KW Cares has cared about my family and I since starting here in 2015. KW Cares has done an incredible job caring for Keller Williams' people for the past 20 years. And I can't wait to see what the next 20 years of caring look like.
Hi, I'm Mindy Grubb, and I'm the VP of Development here at KW Cares. The spirit of KW Cares was brought to us by the Austin Southwest Market Center. They didn't want to see another associate or an agent or family member go through anything alone. And that gives me the true spirit of what a family is that you're never alone with what you are going through. And here at KW Cares, I know this team ensures that you are never alone when you're going through it. We go on that journey with you, and it truly shows what a true family we are here at Keller Williams.
Hi, Tony Young here. What's been most meaningful to me in my time with this organization is how the KW family support each other through KW Cares for 20 years now. Happy 20th.
Hi, I'm Rachel with KW Cares, and I not only get to work with an amazing team of people and a wonderful board full of great leaders within KW, I also have the privilege of working with our grant recipients, and it is the most gratifying and rewarding job I've ever had. I do want to thank our donors who make what we do possible, and I'm looking forward to celebrating the 20th anniversary of KW Cares with all of you.
My name is Alyssa Muir, and I am the Philanthropy Services Manager for KW Cares. It's incredible to be on this side of things now. It's all because of individual donations and individuals in the KW ecosystem who want to help someone, even though they may not have ever met them before. And it's really amazing to get to see that every day.
I was fortunate enough to receive a KW Cares grant when my husband passed away in February of 2020. I really don't know what I would have done without that grant. Very, very thankful that KW Cares is out there for us.
A few years ago, an agent in our office who was a single mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer. It was stage 4. Through KW Cares and the efforts of our office, we were able to retire her from real estate so she could spend the last year of her life with her children and not have to worry about her bills or work or anything else.
We have been giving to KW Cares since we joined Keller Williams. You see it at the conventions and you can feel everything that it does, but until it happens to you, you really don't understand the scope of what Keller Williams can do.
I live in Louisiana, so we are a hurricane-prone region, of course, and I've seen KW Cares at work in a large scale there and have participated in those efforts.
My husband was diagnosed with brain cancer, and suddenly we found ourselves in a situation where we were just drowning in medical bills. I became my husband's full-time caregiver and taking care of our 3 children and our home and our animals and everything else that was going on. I reached out to KW Cares, and before I knew it, they took so much off of our plate. And in a time when I felt like I was drowning, they threw me a life raft. So thank you for your help and your compassion and for saving me in a moment where I felt like I was drowning, and so did my family.
I've not only seen Keller Williams Cares work around me, but I've seen it work for me. So in 2021, my son was re-diagnosed with leukemia for the second time. KW Cares actually paid for every single penny of expense associated with me having to live in New Orleans for about 6 months in order to save my son's life.
I've always been very involved in the KW Cares initiative from my very first year in 2009 until most recently when my brother was an applicant and received benefits from KW Cares after his COVID coma.
I know that KW's got my back, that there's people and systems in place that they do truly care about us as their agents.
When someone needs you, you're there, and our office does that. Our entire company does that. Keller Williams shows up, and I think that is the most powerful culture.
KW is a company that supports people and doesn't just see the community at large as, a place, that you go to get business. To see a company that backs up that same kind of mentality is important to me. It says something to me about the value of the company, about the mindset of the people that run KW, and that's the sort of thing I want to be associated with.
A good little short story I like to tell is I actually had another brokerage try to recruit me recently, and KW Cares interviewed us after they helped us out, my son and I, and they put together this absolutely lovely video kind of showing, highlighting how they helped us out. And so when that brokerage messaged me wanting to set up a meeting, I simply sent them the video that KW Cares made so that they could see how special this company is to me, and that I'm going absolutely nowheres no time soon.
People care for each other, support each other when they are in need. Really touch me and make me feel KW is my family. It's not my work, it's family.
The KW culture of caring to me is like the foundation of the company. The donations that we make out of our closings, an extra $15 here and there, it doesn't hurt our pockets, and yet it can make the world of a difference to somebody that's in need. And to me, that's what the culture is all about.
please keep giving to KW Cares, because they really do help agents like me and our families when we're going through something that is unexpected and completely devastating. So thank y'all again.
Wow, those are some amazing videos, and yeah, I agree. Some really beautiful stories that we have out there. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate working with those 5 hardworking ladies. Oh yeah, and Adam. So, and Adam, you know I love you. I love you so much, Adam. Hey, can we get the video back up? I can't see me because I want to show Adam my hat. Okay, maybe not. Adam, I'm going to show you my hat in a minute. Anyway, let's keep going. We're here to celebrate KW Cares past, present, and future. So now we're going to go into a trivia session. Here's how it's going to work. A question is going to pop up on your screen in the chat. In the chat. Oh, cool. My video is showing. Okay, there's my hat. Disaster relief. Thank you, Adam. In the chat, the first one to respond in the chat is going to win one of the KW Cares 20th anniversary limited edition t-shirts. Okay, but it's going to be the first one to chat. Now, I'm not going to know who won. The team is going to come back and they're going to let you know. And yeah, the final thing is we are going to implement the Wendy Harrelson rule, which is you can only win once, because I found that Wendy Harrelson knows the answer to everything there is at Keller Williams. And yes, Wendy Harrelson also promised to donate $1,000 today if I could somehow work her in to today's presentation. So, okay, team, let's go with the first question. What market center started Keller Williams Cares as a grassroots organization? So, man, there's a lot of, be sure and put in the whole thing. I see a lot of answers popping up. All right, team, let's give them the answer. The Austin Southwest Market Center. That might be Market Center number 1. All right, next one. What was the first major disaster we responded to? Man, I tell you, there are some quick typers out there that are nailing these. That one maybe was a little bit too easy. Let's give that one the answer to that one. Yeah. Hurricane Katrina, 2005 is when that was. That's actually the year I got my license and joined Keller Williams. Next question. Maybe that'll be a trivia question next year. Can you name one of our 3 main tithe recipient nonprofits? Now, I believe Lexi just gave you these. So you only have to pick one of them. Some people are typing so fast that their spelling's not really good, but that's okay. We're going to accept all answers. And the answer is, oh, there we go. MD Anderson, Ryan's Well, and Homes for Our Troop. You know, it's funny. I saw a video recently of Ryan, and holy cow, he's gone from this kid to he's actually a man, and we watched him grow up, you know, in front of our KW Cares eyes. All right, next question. Who is eligible for a KW Cares grant? Yeah, this is a little tough one. See a lot of things, but it's a little bit broader than sometimes we think it is on who can get these. All right, team, let's give them the answer. Yeah, it's KW Associates, it's the associate's siblings, the associate's parents or in-laws, and the associate's children. So it's them plus their immediate family. Good job. All right, next one. How long do you need to have been with Keller Williams to apply for a life-altering grant? I like it. A lot of cool answers in here. Let's give them the correct one. Yeah, 6 months for a life-altering grant at 6 months. And in case of emergency, might be a little bit different. See your leadership team if you're ever in need, and they can always get you to the right place. All right, next question. How many dollars of assistance did we provide in our first 19 years? I actually gave you this at the very beginning. I told how much it was. So in 19 years, how much was it? Yeah, how about that? It's over $60 million. And as you've watched it, as we've grown every year, it tends to grow as well, just because as we become bigger, we're able to help more people. All right, next question. How many full-time staff does KW Cares have? Wow, if you were counting the video, you'd have the number, because they all got a chance to speak, even my buddy Adam. All right, and the answer is yes, 6. I love that. 6 small but mighty team members. All right, next one. What year did we get our first big red truck? I have to admit, I did not know the answer to this one. They had to help me with this one. I think I guessed and I was wrong. Here's what I want to know is I've seen the correct answer pop up several times. Did you know, or did you just take a stab at it? All right, what year was it? 2017. 2017. Next question. What percentage of KW Cares donations come from transactional giving? So guys, on this one, go ahead and show me the answer. You know, it's a really big number. And the number that we use is 75%. I know some years it has been more than 75%. And I just want to give you a thought. If you follow what Gary Keller has been talking about, and he'll tell you that as a real estate industry, we're going to be down about 30% in the numbers of transactions in our industry between 2021 and 2023. That just means there's less transactions. And if 75% of our funding comes from transactions, you can see that we maybe fall a little short of where we've been in the past. As that happens, that's why things like today are so important, that we have other avenues to raise money, so that we always have the funds needed for our associates that are in need. And so that's why I want you to really consider what you can do to help us out today. So let's take a look. How are we doing on our goals so far? There we go. All right, we're almost to $80,000. So let's see, if I'm doing 270 minus 80, wow. So that means we're in need of about $190,000 more dollars. And I just know if I was ever in need, I know the person I would call. The person I would call if I had a need would be the chairman of KW Cares, Mo Anderson. So let's see if we can dial up Mo Anderson, see what she has to say.
Hello, Keller Williams. This is Mo. I am so passionate about Keller Williams Cares, KW Cares. And many of you are new and have no earthly idea how it came to be. Well, 100 years ago, no, not quite that long, I want you to know that I watched the Southwest Market Center in Austin do the most wonderful things in their market center. They cared for each other, they served each other, and they gave to each other. And shortly after, they had put together a funeral for somebody who had died in the market center. Mary Tennant, the team leader at that time, our former president, she came to me and she said, Mo, is there any way you can take this concept and make it go national? Now, she said, we call it KW Cares. And I said, well, would you be willing to give that name up so that we could use it as the national 501c3 charity? And she said, absolutely yes. So I hired the attorneys who were specialists in charitable giving and understanding how the entity needed to be designed. And shortly after that, Katrina hit. I want you to know that I looked at our bank account and we had $200,000 in the bank account for KW Cares. We were a new charity. We weren't flushed with money. We had 385 agents in the Gulf states. Now, not all of them were in the flooded areas, but we knew we would have a very high number of agents who probably would lose everything. I remember the day it happened. We were having a leadership meeting, and I walked into the leadership meeting and I told the leaders, get your billfolds out because we've got to take up some money. We only have $200,000 in KW Cares and we're going to need millions. We raised $40-some thousand in about 10 or 15 minutes. And then we didn't have texting back then, but it was kind of the beginning of texting. And it was through texting that we finally found all of our people. We didn't lose anyone. They were staying in hotels. They could not access an ATM because they were all underwater. And it was quite the period when we were calling hotels and sending money directly to the hotels so that our people could be there a little bit longer, buy a toothbrush, buy some clothes to wear, and try to figure out what they were going to do. The interesting thing, because we had KW Cares, I had a call. I was CEO back then, and I had a call with all of the leadership in the company, the entire leadership, team leaders, MCAs, everybody. And I want you to know we raised $5.3 million in 4 months. I'll take a drink of water for my throat while you applaud. Now, I have a question to ask you. How did you feel when your first grant came into your region and it went to someone that needed it badly? How did you feel about the fact that we had the ability to do that? Well, I'll tell you, I felt like flying to the moon. I was so excited because I've always taught people that the higher purpose of business is to give, care, and share. And that's what we were doing. I'm often asked, well, Mo, when you all started this, what was your goal for each 10-year period? Well, I'll tell you what it was, and then I'll tell you where we are. My goal was that we would be able to save $10 million over a 10-year period, $1 million a year. That means at the end of 20 years, because that's how old we are, we should have $20 million. Well, we don't have that. So it's one of the few times in my life that I've never hit the goal. But we do have 17 million. We had to pull about 2.5 million out of our savings account in order to pay for the Ian hurricane. Now I want to tell you why it is so important when you have a charity that deals with disaster, why it's so important that you that you put aside money. And the reason is, if you have 2 or 3 national disasters going on at one time, let me tell you what, you need millions. You don't think in terms of $5,000 grants or $30,000 grants. You have to have at your access millions of dollars. So today, we have $17 million in the bank. My goal is to always have 20 million in the bank. That way, if we had 3 or 4 disasters at one time, and we've had multiple ones before, and folks, it's not fun, it's tragic. Then we have the funds that we can pull on to do what we need. Now, I want you to know that we've given out 6,284 grants, and that translates to $6.4 million. So you know what we need to raise every single year to be able to pay for our grants and keep building up our reserves for those times that these horrible things happen that we have no idea when or where it will happen. You know, I personally believe that Keller Williams' legacy will be KW Cares, period. Nobody's going to remember how many houses you sold. Nobody's going to remember what our volume was, but they are going to remember what we do for others. Now, Scripture teaches us that we take care of our own first. Now, we've tried to implement that through KW Cares. We're taking care of the KW family. And as a result of that, we've really ended up with quite a powerful philanthropic model. KW Cares is the foundation of it. Then we have KW Kids Can, and we have Red Day. And I just want you to know, if every civic club, every church, every synagogue actually implemented a model like ours, there wouldn't be any need for welfare. Mindy asked me a question the other day. She said, Mo, what would be your advice to a brand new agent who is new to the market center? Maybe they're experienced, maybe they're new. And I said, well, I would advise them to become acquainted with the cultural ambassador in that market center, meet the chairman of the culture committee, ask to serve on that committee, and learn everything you can about this charity. It's one of the best run charities in the country. And I don't say that to brag on me. I say it to brag on the team that runs it. You know, though, we have lost a giant from KW Cares. We lost Kathy Nye. She was amazing. Anybody who can sell a bad smelling bottle of perfume for $5,000 is a genius. And she could raise almost $50,000 in 15 minutes. And she loved doing it. She had fun doing it. And her laugh will be a memory that we all keep in our hearts forever. Her passion for KDB Cares has already become her legacy. Now, I thought I was her best friend, but I discovered through a video we're going to show you that I was one of about 2,000 that thought they were her best friend. So enjoy the video. Let it bless your heart.
Hey, I'm Mary Lynn Gibbs. I'm Kathy's best friend. Just ask anyone. Wait, do you feel like you're her best friend? I think she made everybody feel like they were her best friend. She never complained once at all. Up until, the night before she passed. We celebrated with margaritas, talked about our future trip with her girlfriends to Godley. And she went passing in her sleep.
So there's so many things I can say about my dear friend Kathy and I. The thing I cherished most was probably being able to make her laugh. I used to love to make Kathy laugh just because that laugh was so wonderful and she would take such joy in a great story or something funny. More than anything, I love Kathy and I miss Kathy.
I recall the first time I ever met Kathy Nye. I was at a team leader mastermind in Austin, and she came into the room like a bolt of lightning and a ray of sunshine all at the same time. From that day forward, we became friends. And I will tell you, on more than one occasion, I would make a contribution to KW Cares, and she would call me to thank me for my contribution. And then she'd say, honey, can you up that a little bit? Can you maybe make that $500 or $1,000 more? And I would kind of laugh, and of course I would always comply. She brought me great joy, and I know today she's bringing joy to all of those folks in heaven who went before her. Kathy, you are missed. Love you. Mwah.
Kathy Nye is missed more than she could have ever imagined. I miss her daily calls, her text with emojis, and her emails checking on me and my family and just letting me know I was on her mind. She made each of our best friends believe that they were her absolute best friend. At Kathy's service, I loved when Mo Anderson said that Kathy loved us when we were unlovable. She cared for us when we were uncaring, and she forgave us when we were unforgivable. Thank you, Kathy, for encouraging me to only drink good wine, always wear my best jewelry, and spray on that expensive perfume.
There will be no substitution for Kathy Nye. She was always willing to do whatever. In fact, we got her singing All My Exes Live in Texas at every FSO. We will miss you forever, forever, my dear friend. I love you, I will always love you, and thank you.
When I think of Kathy, I think about her heart, her sweet, kind heart with that big, beautiful laugh. And tough times happened to Kathy, and I can think of some clearly that happened most recently. She was always thinking about how to be positive in the moment and how to find the light in the moment. And I feel a little choked up because we're going to miss her light. It is my honor to give a tribute to Kathy Nye today because one, she will be missed so greatly, and two, I believe she's in a place where she's bringing more joy and more happiness, and she's healthy, and she's got her arms around people and watching over us.
live in Texas, 'cause Texas is the place I really want to be.
So I had the team send me that video ahead of time so I could watch it 15 times and not cry. So I'm gonna try not to. Kathy impacted so many people. She was a great friend of mine. She always knew what my goal was, and that was to be on this board of directors. And she made it by a month. I made it a month before she left us. So team, to the KW Cares team, those 6 small but mighty people, I got a great idea. Why don't we make an easy button, and every time you press it, we hear Kathy's laugh. I bet you we could sell those for $25 a piece, and we could make a fortune for KW Cares. I know when I was watching the video, I had to make a donation. I know right now there is a matching donation out there of $1,500. So if you go on right now, there's somebody willing to match your donation as you put it up there. You know, it's funny, all these women keep popping up that have had such a big impact on my life. And it's kind of my honor now to get to introduce somebody else that's been instrumental in me hitting some of my goals. And that's the KW Cares Vice Chairman, Bev Steiner.
I'm Beverly Steiner on the KW Cares board. I am the vice chair of KW Cares, and I have had the honor to be with KW Cares since 2003, since its inception. I was asked to be on this board by Mo Anderson, and it has been the greatest joy that I could probably ever describe as it relates to the activities in our company. I am an operating partner. I've been a regional director. I'm a regional operating partner. I've been a team leader, and I'm currently an OP and teaching on master faculty. And my heart is with KW Cares because of all the things that we can do for so many people in our KW Cares family. And I think there's somebody that can really do a better job of explaining this. And so I want to introduce a video by Daniel Rivera Vasquez, who's going to talk to you about his experience with KW Cares.
With Keller Williams, when I signed up, one of the first things I was introduced to was about KW Cares. So to me, I've always, as a man of faith, I always believe, you know, what the word says, that they're bigger blessing to the one that gives than the one that receives. And I immediately signed up for it. You always think on blessing people, and you're always on that side of the coin. You never expect to be on the other side. My wait ended in January 2nd, 3 months and 5 days later, when I got the call, and it was.
Thank you, guys.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
What a
Brand new.
gift of life, right?
Brand new and healthy. It's the heart you're meant to have.
Mm-hmm.
When KW Cares stepped in and they said, listen, we have a grant, we're gonna be able to help you. It was, what a relief. It was definitely something that helped me and my family in such a way that you guys wouldn't understand. And I think you do, but for me, it was like, and for my family, it was a peace of mind. And to be able to focus on just our recovery and our health and not have to worry financially. And what KW Cares did is, I will eternally be grateful.
Video is so touching. And what I love most about our company is that no matter what happens to us, no matter how devastating the situation, nobody is alone and nobody has to go through anything like Daniel Rivera Vasquez went through by himself. KW Cares proves or demonstrates, maybe is a better word, that we are a family. And families stand up and stand with each other in times of hardship. And I feel that the future of our KW Cares nonprofit is to be able to do more. As our company grows, we will have more people that can help do more for our KW family and those that are going through maybe the most devastating times in their lives. And how great is it that we can step up quickly, we can support, we can help, we can put our arms around, we can be truthful about, we really do care, we really do want to be part of the solution. So the future of KW Cares, I hope, is that we just get stronger and better and help more. And as our company gets stronger and bigger, we are there in every moment with every person who needs us and needs our hand and needs our heart and needs our financial support. It is such a pleasure to be able to be on this board, and I am looking forward to great things ahead, all.
I just want to take a second. I want to thank everyone that's donated so far. As Daniel found out, you know, life can change in the blink of an eye, and emergencies happen, and you just never know when. And, you know, the vast majority of our money goes to aid people that are actually going through life-altering circumstances. So just know that everything that you contribute is going to go to help members of your Keller Williams family. Let's take one last progress bar check-in as we go. I just want to remind everybody that if you do give at least $100, you will receive a 20th anniversary Keller Williams Cares t-shirt. This is not the end. We've got several more days of this going on. There's a lot of leadership on here, a lot of agents on here. Here's what I want you to do. When you receive this video, because this is being saved, when you receive this, be sure and get this out to everybody. Be sure people see this. We have that goal of $270,000, and we're just not going to quit until we reach it. So I'm going to sign off now. We are going to leave you with one final video to wrap up today. Again, thank you so much to everybody. And yeah, if you could please put the link in chat one more time.
In 2019, my oldest son was diagnosed with a brain tumor.
In early September 2020, Hurricane Sally devastated the Gulf States region.
My daughter suffered a stroke, and she's 15 years old.
They did an MRI, and they found a tumor in my brain. I'm not going to ugly cry on camera. And I saw the email come through from Rachel Tang from KW Care saying that that my grant was approved, and I was just like,
I was actually at home with the kids, surrounded by them when we got the news. So it was a really amazing experience.
When it's your time, all that you've heard and all that you pour into and all that you speak to and all that represents the culture of the company that you attach your own business to, when that literally shows up in your backyard as an 18-wheeler, with supplies for 250 plus real estate professionals and their immediate family, it's another sense of overwhelm.
I mean, I always loved Keller Williams, but this is just a whole, it's just a whole other level.